Hello, Hamid. Could you please give an introduction about yourself?
Hello, everybody. My name is Hamid Nasser Ali. I'm from Afghanistan, but
Mhm.
I moved to Germany like about 4 years ago. And
So Afghanistan is quite
yeah,
something. What's the story
exactly.
there? How did you get from Afghanistan to Germany?
So I was born in Iran. I've
Mhm.
never been to Afghanistan
Okay.
actually, but I was born in Iran, and about 9 years ago, we migrated from Iran to Sweden, and from Sweden I I lived in Sweden for about 4 years. We migrated from there to Germany.
Mhm. So how
Yeah,
long were you in Iran? Iran?
I was 6, 7 years in Iran.
And what was that like over there?
Yeah, so it was pretty nasty. Like the conditions of living is not very good. We didn't have a lot of money, and like the papers, the ID card from Iran, we didn't have that, so it was hard.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And then you said you moved to Sweden. So why did you choose Germany over Sweden? I mean, your parents. Just wondering. Was there a reason
I
there?
mean, we didn't choose. Like
Mhm.
we needed to move to another country because Sweden didn't want us there.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Mhm. And then you got to Germany, and how did you settle down?
Like we seeked for asylum. I think it's in
Asylum. Yeah, yeah.
English. Yeah, exactly.
Mhm,
And we got accepted pretty quick in Germany, luckily,
mhm.
and we just settled in.
And how's your
Yeah.
life now then? Uh,
S-
how you finding Germany, and are you going to school there?
Yeah, I'm in the 10th grade right now.
10th grade. So how old are you?
Yeah, 16.
16. Damn. So
Exactly.
went through a lot for a 16-year-old already.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
And then how did that lead you to the real world?
so before the real world, actually, I was training every day. I wanted to be a footballer. I trained every day, like 2, 3 times. I was already a grinder, so that really didn't have the mindset to like watch TikTok and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And my brother, my older brother, actually joined the railroad first, and then he told me about it, and I said, "Yeah, it's pretty cool." Like I was broke, I was dead broke, didn't have any money, and it sounded interesting to me, like make money online.
Mhm.
And I just watched him do the lessons and stuff like that, and I got interested. And then yeah, he got kind of busy with school stuff like that, and I just took over his account. That's basically
Ah,
what happened.
nice.
Exactly.
And what campuses did you get into then?
So I started with, yeah, I just had one campus. I didn't switch any campus. I started with the CC plus AI, but my
Mhm.
brother was doing copywriting.
Cool. And what results have you seen using CC and AI? What skills did you learn from it? And then how did you end up monetizing it and getting income?
Yeah, so the first 3 months, I didn't have any editing skills. Like I learned editing there, and then outreach, how to search for prospects and stuff like that. Like everything you basically need to make money from the skill video editing.
Mhm. And then,
Yeah.
okay, so you use video editing to get income, or did you also learn AI or anything else? Or was it basically predominantly just video editing then?
No, yeah, it was only video editing, but now it's like something different. Yeah.
How has it evolved since?
Yeah, so I dropped actually football. I played at a pretty high level club,
Mhm.
so I stopped completely with football. I don't know if is the right decision. I actually don't know, but I had loads of time, and then yeah, basically scaled up my business from only video editing to like managing social media accounts, learning AI stuff, everything like.
Mhm.
everything they teach in the campus.
Right. And then how did you
So
actually acquire clients? What was it like to actually land your first client? And then how has that scaled since?
good question. So my first client, I didn't get my first client. Like it took me 4 months to actually land my first client, and it was a pretty low paying client, like $5 per video, I think. Yeah, and I had to like send about 300 to 400 emails before I landed my first client. Yeah,
Damn. So that's something people I think struggle with. For those who don't land it, let's say they sent 100 emails and they're like, nope, this doesn't work. I can't continue doing this. But you pushed through and here you are now. So let's continue with that. So how did you, what was the actual call to close that client? Was it a client call? Was it
yeah.
through messages or how did you do it?
No, it was I scheduled a call with
Mhm.
her, and then like we basically talked. I was nervous, like real nervous, and yeah, I basically told her how I could help her with her video editings, and yeah, she agreed. I think it was like $200
Mhm.
for the whole month, and it was 20-30 videos.
Mhm. And
Yeah.
then what? Did you use it as a testimonial to get other clients, or did you find them another way?
No, I actually she just left. The month she didn't want to continue work with me,
Mm.
and I didn't get a testimonial either.
Mhm.
So I just kept sending more emails.
While I'm presuming continuing to evolve in video editing, keep
Exactly.
practicing the skill, and yeah. What was the process like actually? For as you were sending the emails, were you refining them, or were you just using the same template?
Exactly.
What was the
No,
actual
no.
journey there?
Okay. So in the campus, they teach us about testing. You always have to test. Like I sent like 50 emails using this template, and then yeah, I see that the stats like it doesn't really match. Like maybe the subject line isn't good, so I changed that, and then I kept sending like emails, another like 50 emails. I looked at the stats again. Yeah, it was better, but could be better, you know. And then yeah, it's always testing. It's always about testing.
Mhm. Indeed. And then, okay, so lost your first client. What happened after that? As you said, you continued to outreach through email. So, what were the other clients? How did you, what did you propose to them, and how much did you get paid for what you did?
Yeah, so I think 3 months after that, I kept sending emails, and then one day I was actually in school. I got an email from one of the prospects I sent an outreach to, and he said basically, "Yeah, I like your work. How much do you charge?" And yeah, I decided to schedule a call with him. We hopped on a call. I said, "Yeah, this is how I could help you with your videos." And he said, "Yeah, how much do you charge?" The normal questions.
Mhm.
So I was actually charging, I think, $15 per video at the time. I told him, yeah, I charge $35 per video, and he agreed. So I think we did the first month, we did 15 shorts, and that was like $520 or
Mhm.
something. And then from there on, we just kept doing like 30 shorts a month, which came out to like 1K.
Mhm. And then, did you get testimonial from him? Did you get any other clients since, or has that been the only client since then? How have things evolved?
Yeah, so from there on, I just worked for him like three months, just doing shorts, and then I was doing the outreaches too, like in the
Mhm.
meantime, and I landed another client, basically the same deal but with a higher price, and then I landed a local client. That's a big thing.
Mhm. And was that also through email, or did you go to the store?
No,
What did you
so
do?
it's a actually interesting story. And we had a we needed to like do a it's called practicum in German.
Mhm,
We had to like test what job we would like to do in the future for 3 weeks, 2 weeks I think.
mhm,
And then I saw a ad that on a billboard I think it was like near me, near my home, and I
mhm.
said, "Yeah, I really want to like." I already had a plan in my mind. Like I knew what I was going to do. I was going to like ask them if I could work for them in this 2 weeks, and then I pitched them on social media stuff like that, and they agreed.
So was that after having worked for them for 2 weeks and then basically
Yeah,
showing them what you were about,
yeah,
hardworking,
exactly.
everything. So yeah, built up
Yeah,
trust. And what was that like then? The social media management for them. What did it involve fully, and how much did you charge?
I charged like 6K upfront, but yeah, 6K upfront, and then uh, what was the other question?
What did the services you provided them? What fully?
Oh,
What
yeah,
did it
exactly,
involve?
exactly. Yeah, it involved video shoots, video scripts, like basically A to Z.
Mm. Mhm,
Video posting, editing, taking the videos, uploading them, everything. Like
mhm. And for how many videos was that for a month?
that was 15, 16 videos, I think, and
Mhm,
then couple posts, couple stories, couple like carousel posts.
mhm.
Yeah, that's it.
Very solid. And then what does everything add up to then that you've earned since joining the real world?
It adds up to 15K, I think. More, maybe a little more, but around 15K.
Which for a refugee is the right terminology, right?
Exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. 16 years old, came from Iran and earned over 15,000. I'm assuming you're saying in euros or dollars? It's
Um,
fairly similar anyway.
yeah, it's kind
Exchange
of
rate is the
the
same.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say $15,000. It's pretty insane. So what do your parents think about that? Because again, if you're saying from where you came from, what you've been through, I'd imagine that's pretty insane for them as well.
Yeah, they actually didn't believe it at first until I showed them the money,
Mhm,
and then yeah, but they trusted me like from the day one because I was already grinding with
mm,
football. I never like went out with friends or other stuff like that, partied.
mhm,
I was already like focused on one thing. I just switched it over to the real world.
sure. And then you actually got guidance for where to direct that mindset you had, and here you are now.
Exactly.
Again, at
Yeah.
16, already on 15K. That's pretty insane for your age. Then,
Thanks.
how different is your average day now? Then, since you were saying you had this mindset before, what has changed then since you've joined? So comparing before to now.
So before I was actually like my day looked like yeah training before school, like waking up at 5 a.m., training, and then going to school, training after school, and then training at night. So I was like training 3 times a day.
Hmm.
And now it's basically the same. Like I wake up at 6 a.m., I do some client work, and then after school, the same basically. Like come home from school, do some client work again, I go train, and then do some outreach or other work that has to be done.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Uh, how do you see the scaling for you then? Are you planning on outsourcing things, or are you planning on taking another direction? Yeah,
Exactly. So
what's it looking like?
I was actually I want to actually try to build my agency, like a content agency
Mhm.
where we provide like both long form and short form editing as a service. Yeah, and I actually have to start looking into that, like outsourcing stuff.
Mhm. Will be interesting to see. Uh,
Yeah.
by the time you turn 18, already have a full agency up and running. Pretty insane what the future holds for you. So super cool. And what does your brother think? Since he was the one who basically got you into it, that you took over what he was doing, and now look at you, 15K.
Yeah, he already knew I was gonna win. Like it was clear
Mhm.
for him. Like it was clear for him that I was. He saw the dedication. He saw the hard work I was putting in, and yeah, he
Awesome,
believed in me.
amazing. Okay, then why why did you decide to actually quit football career? Like, do you just see this being way better for you financially, or was it other reasons?
No, so it was because of time. I didn't have enough time, and as the professors in our campuses like teaches, you have to like focus on one thing, and I was like balancing football, school, work. Like it, I couldn't like scale up from the 2 3K I was making a month. That's why I decided to quit football.
Mhm.
It still hurts to this day. Like I put so much into this sport, but it is what it is. It has to
Do
be
you
done.
think once you've built out your agency, you might be able to get back into football? Because then it would just
Yeah,
be a matter of managing things instead of actually having to invest your time into yourself.
exactly. Like I would like to do that, but we have to see.
Mhm. Fair. Okay, so I think we can wrap up then with a final question. So, for people who are unsure about joining the real world, since again you're 16 and you made 15K from it, but if they're still thinking, man, what if I get scammed for $50? What advice would you have to them?
It's only $50. As a refugee, I had $50 to spend on the railroad. Like it's- the return on investment is crazy.
Mhm.
Even though if you don't have the mindset that I had, like the mentality, the professors they always talk about mentality, like discipline, hard work. Your life is going to change if you join the railroad. It's as simple as that.
Mhm. Indeed, as long as you put in the work. So,
Exactly.
well said. Then, for people who want to find out more about you or contact you, where could they do so?
You can find me on Instagram at Hamed X Nazari.
Okay, so add that to description of video.
Yeah,
And yeah,
exactly.
Hamid, let's do a follow up in future because a lot ahead
Mhm.
of you. Maybe it will be interesting to see how everything goes for you because you have the mindset to do very well. And it's actually really cool to hear how much your parents and brother actually believed in you and trusted you. And look, clearly you proved them right.
Yeah,
So, so yeah, a lot of potential ahead, and let's get it documented. So,
yeah,
look forward to speaking to you in future. Until then, I wish you all the best.
yeah. Thanks for having me on this call. Really appreciate it.